Hmm, that's a complex question because being someone who's African American,
Mm-hmm.
that's usually your experience wherever you're, whatever your space you're walking into.
Okay.
The judgment is already there.
Yeah.
So in a workspace, in a school space, you kind of find yourself adjusting or what they call code switching to make other people feel comfortable. So, or you are trying to prove yourself working 10 times harder. So, the assumption that they have made about you is not true. I could probably pick out so many different spaces in that, but I think I don't think there's one space. There's one space. I think it's something that unfortunately, as a person of color, as a woman, as a black woman, if you are in a space that is not a space that you have created for yourself, you are walking into a judgment zone. You are just walking into a judgment zone. It is just what it is. Now, what I have changed about that is how I react to it. Because it used to be I would give the energy to work 10 times harder or code switch, or I don't do that anymore. It's just I'm walking in here and I will tell someone I'm not going to make you comfortable. It's not my job to make you comfortable. I actually just recently said that to somebody. And we're being honest. It's not my job to make you comfortable. You know,
Do you mind talking a little bit more about that? You don't have to get specifics, no names, no comment, no nothing. If you can talk about something in a way that's
it was just it just in a space with some people.
okay.
And it was having a discussion
Okay.
and just kind of like discussing this topic. And just actually this topic came up, and I said, you know, the thing that no one wanted to say about going out of your way to make sure you're making somebody else feel comfortable with
Right.
you.
Right.
And I just at this place, it's kind of like I don't move like that anymore. You know, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I think all of us, especially if you're of a certain age, that's what you did because you thought that's the way you needed to move.
Right.
And then you've gotten to this place where that's too much energy. That's too much energy. That's taking too much away from me. That is, you know, that's just I can't give that because what I'm doing in a way is giving away a part of myself. You know, if that makes any sense.
No.
That you're kind of almost giving something away that is sacred or whatever. Yourself. You're not
being you.
You're not being you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to navigate for people who are not doing the same work and expending the same energy to try to see you.
Correct.
And so if they're not going to do that work, why should you?
Right.
And so I think the overall big picture that I have come to is I just don't do that anymore. I'm not, you know, it's just not my job to do that. So it's better to practice for me doing that. I'm trying to think, you know, like I said, it could be anything. It could be anything.
Yeah.
And I, unfortunately, for a lot of people, for a lot of people, LGBTQ, people of color, women, all of us are walking in spaces where it's automatic judgment.
Yeah.
Automatic judgment. And you kind of go, ooh, I am glad that there is a shift and people recognize that now, that conversation was that I wish, but this is called, you evolved. I would have loved to have these conversations when I was in my 20s, you know, but better late than never. They're here and they're having a conversation, and I admire the younger generations because of those conversations that they're having.
Yeah.
They bring it up and
Yeah.
and what have you. So yeah, that's the way I tend to look at it, as a bigger umbrella.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's important for our listeners to hear that from
Mhm.
you. Very important.
Yeah.
And what's really important is to hear that it's every space.
Yeah.
That's very important for everybody to hear.
Yeah. It's every
every
space. And I think what
The gas
happens,
station, the bank,
the
grocery
store,
store, the doctor,
Uh-huh.
the school, the dentist, the beach,
It's
the I don't know, name it.
Yeah, name
Taco
it.
Bell,
It could
in
be.
and out.
It could, you just run into somebody.
Yeah.
Someone can be that, and I'm not saying it's happening every second of the day,
Mhm.
but you're not surprised when it does
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
because that is the world in which we
Yeah.
live, and it is a very also dangerous thing, because it also puts you in danger,
Mhm.
because someone's assumption of you can put you in danger.
Yeah,
And I don't think people realize that
it's frightening.
is frightening, because your safety depends on how they see you. That's yeah.
very scary.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because, and then when you look at it in that context, it's like, oh my God, my safety depends on how
Yeah.
someone else sees me
Yeah.
within this, environment, wherever it is, So, and it does make you think. You sit back and you kind of go, no, you can't dwell on it. You have to get on with your life. You have to have joy and all of that, but you do know that's at the back of the mind. We all get up, we go about our day, we do our things,
Right.
and whatnot. But that is there, that is there, and you steel yourself for it, and you kind of go, okay, I know that's there, but it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
People's judgment, yeah, they're going to have judgment, but there are times when, and we've seen it,
Yes, we have.
we have seen it,
Yes.
where that has ended tragically.
Yes.
And that's been done a lot.
Well, per your point of this new generation, and per the point of visiting with having these conversations,
Mm-hmm.
it's all of our hope that maybe somebody listening to this
Mm-hmm.
will pause, will question their assumptions,
Mhm.
presumptions, stereotypes,
Mhm.
and say, well, wait a minute, is this really true that I'm thinking this? Is this a real true thought? Or maybe it's not. Maybe
Yeah.
I've been kind of, throughout my upbringing, been thought to think this, but let me stop
yeah.
and say, is this true?
And also, I have to look at myself with that too, because if you're in a society where that's going on, you're not in a bubble where it doesn't
Right.
penetrate you.
Right.
It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're immune
Right.
from holding those same things.
Exactly.
So you
We
also
all-
have to look inward and go, do I do that? Even though I know it happens to me, am I doing that?
Yeah.
And you do have to stop and kind of go, oh, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Am I doing the same thing?
Well, and all people that are other than
Mhm.
another person, I
Mhm.
mean, we were created back thousands and thousands of years to have
Mhm.
something in our brain to say something that's other is dangerous,
Uh-huh.
and that was for a reason,
Mhm.
and that was good,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have dinosaurs or saber-toothed tigers attacking us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we still should have a little bit of caution if we
Yeah.
enter a new neighborhood or a new city or a new something that to go, okay,
Mhm.
wait, let me look around. Okay,
Mhm.
let me look for things that are similar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me proceed.
Yeah.
And I think we've just lost that skill
Yeah.
of we just instantly go to what we've been programmed and not say, well, wait a minute, I know this is different, but okay,
Yeah.
great.
Because it's easier, and it's also a form of laziness, because not exercising critical thinking
Yeah.
skills
Yeah.
is, which we all have them,
Yeah.
is and you choose not to.
Mhm.
You're choosing not to.
Correct.
You're choosing to fall back in that.
Mhm.
That's one form of I just don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't feel like it's easy for me to just think this than do the work. I don't want to be proven wrong. Or I know this, I just don't, I want to stick, because this is my comfort zone. This is the environment I live in. I live around these people who think the same way. and I just want to stay over there.
Yeah.
I secretly know that this is not true, but I want, you know, I have to be around these.
Oh my
people.
gosh, I could speak to you this for hours.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paya, for that answer.
You're welcome.
For opening your heart
Mhm.
and your history and your thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm confident that somebody's going to hear your words.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.